Okay, all right. So it's daytime. Of course, I'm working and trying to do this live because I was just like, yeah, let me get this out to the world because I'm really excited to see this X racketing ring going down because it's a big thing and it affects a lot of people. You know, a lot of people go missing. I think it's like is it 25,000? I'm thinking each year, or I hope not 200 and 250,000 a year. People who go missing each and every year. So you know, seeing stuff like this with the ring being that's why I'm gonna just call it the ring. You know, the X racketing. You know, with the S and the T. But to see them coming down and you know, FBI involved, you know, I'm really happy that they're putting a stop to this mess because I remember hearing rumors when the ports were closed, when they were the union members, when they were on strike at the ports, there was a rumor going around that one of the trucks from that was at the port had people, they could hear people in the truck. So we don't know how they're moving people around. We've heard that, of course, all this is alleged. All this stuff in this live is alleged. I don't know any of this stuff to be true or factual or however you want to call it, but this is just my opinion, and I'm speaking on what I heard. So. But, you know, it was said that there are underground tunnels that people are using to get people in and out. And I think it's very important to talk about the fact that these companies and people are using money or using their resources to sell grown people, you know, male, female, young, old, you know, that's a huge thing, a very, very big thing. And I don't mean to make nobody upset, but you know, Trump was talking about this and he was saying how those borders need to be closed because they got a lot of people coming in and they're coming in and they don't know what, you know, what the purpose of these people. First of all, I do work. That's why I keep taking calls and my lives keep going in and out because I'm working. I work for myself. Yes. So anyway, so yeah, this is a huge thing, and I'm glad that it's being brought up. And I'm pretty sure it's because of the Diddy situation, and he paid what? But he had a lot of people coming in and out of those parties. So that's probably if they stole his property and stuff, that's probably how they found out about certain people and companies that were involved in moving people around for prostitution. And to like this is crazy. Like this is so crazy to me. Like to think that people are that serious, they gotta you're that freaky that you gotta rug people with the D, you know, just to have a good time, just to get off. Like the nerve of you, you know. And so they were hiring Abercrombie and Fitch. They were hiring supposedly men, straight, you know, gay, and they were using these men to, you know, pretty much be prostitutes at parties. That was the main purpose. They said they were paying them cash. Um, Millions of dollars have been spent and just selling people out for, you know, pleasure. That's crazy to me. Like, is it that serious? Is it that deep? Like it's not enough people that's just normally freaky, but you gotta rug them. So I'm thinking because this get deep, you guys, but I'm wondering if you know they were hiring these people to actually like put stuff in people's drinks Because it's one thing when the people at the party are being served whatever they're wanting, drinks, um, party favors. That's what I'm gonna call it. Party favors are the rugs that start with a D. Okay. But so if they're serving them the party favors, I'm wondering if they were responsible for, like, spiking the drinks and stuff. And, they said these guys that were being hired were also hired to inject people with medication so that they would feel more, you know, ready to party. And not that type of party, like party, why we ain't party, that type of party, the intercourse party, you know, trying to get them ready. But why? It just don't make sense to me. I just don't understand. With so many people who are already just naturally actual, with the S, why would you need to spike their food and drinks? Why would you need to go that mile? So, like an hour ago, there was a news conference that came out. The FBI have arrested the ex CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch. Um, what his name? Michael something. Michael Jeffries, for ex trafficking. The S with the T. Men. So I guess like 15 victims have contacted the FBI, and they just did a press conference saying that they arrested Michael Jeffries, James Jacobson, and Matthew Smith for, hiring people to go to X parties, because I'm not supposed to say that, but I'm saying it. Sorry about that. So they were hiring them to just, like, pretty much for prostitution, like taking them here and there. So I don't understand. Like, this is like mind blowing. Like, if the FBI wouldn't have said it and like some normal person would have just said it, I would have been like, what is you talking about? But this is a big deal because it involves, you know, prostitution and forcing people to do stuff. Because so I guess Michael Jeffries is the CEO, was the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch, and then his partner, or his boyfriend, Matthew Smith, hired James Jacobson to interview and hire males, only males. And those companies like Express and all, even like Old Navy, they have like some nice looking models. Now, Abercrombie and Fitch, of course, they had, the slim, pretty much slim white models, but they were all nice looking, male and female. So, this company at that time, they were just hiring males to be like S workers for parties. So it didn't have anything to do with the business and selling clothes. They were making bank. They said millions of dollars have been spent because the FBI said that's how they find out. That's how they were able to confirm everything, because they checked into their financial records, and that's how they were able to trap them. So they have the financial proof showing that they were involved in this stuff, and the travel expenses. So they using that as their evidence to take these people down. So they said that they were sending these people to different countries like England, all over, and then back and forth from New York to England and different countries. But so they were paying all these expenses just to send people out to parties. So I'm thinking it got to be deeper than that, y'all. They not telling us everything, because why would they just need to pay them to, be these prostitutes at the parties? They might have been moving, the rugs that start with a D. They might have been getting these people to actually, like, spike these people drinks, to like have the same footage that is said that P. Diddy has. It said that P. Diddy was, trying to get footage on these big name people so that they can use them to extort them and stuff. So, how they getting millions of dollars though? Because think about it. So, the company is Abercrombie and Fitch. Now, their CEO is involved in hiring. So, of course, they got to pay these workers, right? So, they're paying them to go work at parties. So, how are they making their money? Because they said they were mainly using cash. So they must be getting paid somehow. So I'm thinking it's deeper than just the prostitution unless they're selling the people, and the people probably ain't even know they being sold. To so when they go to the party, they paying them probably a little hourly fee, paying the workers. And then when they go to the party people are paying for the service. Like Diddy, he was paying for the service, right? He was paying for the workers to come and be a part of the party. And then we also know that the rugs were involved. So I'm wondering if those people, like the workers who were like spiking the drinks and the food, yeah, and then also maybe selling the product. They could be like little waitresses and bartenders, like at the same time. And then I don't know if you guys seen Blink Twice, the movie Blink Twice, but in that movie, they had people coming there and then they would give them this little parting gift that was like a perfume that would cause memory loss. So I'm pretty sure they used that on their victims, and I'm pretty sure they paid a pretty penny to come to that party. So this, how I'm saying, is what we're probably going to find out, that those companies, the CEOs and all, there were getting top dollar to even take the people there, and then the people thinking, oh, we're just going there for one thing, not knowing that they are being sold like property for pleasure. This is deep. This is real deep, because this is so deep because last week, not even a week ago, in Florida, they just had the ring that they just caught the ring down there for 150 something people got caught, and it was Disney employees. And I know y'all heard of those rumors before about Disney racketing, with the T, children and stuff. They said the employees that were locked up last week for that S ring were the janitor, the electrician, and a security guard. So the whole time, let's think about this. The whole time you take your child to Disney World and you're thinking, "Oh, I got to watch the people that's there," not thinking about the employees, the janitor and the electrician. He over there pretending to be fixing a light fixture and really over there sizing your child up to be sold. And allegedly, this is all alleged, okay? I don't know this people and I don't know this stuff. I'm just reporting what I've heard, okay? What everybody can see is public knowledge. But um I've just lost my train of thought there. But yeah, so it looks like all those companies, and what tripped me out about last week raid is that they said that Disney employees were involved. They didn't say Disney was involved. So when you're doing that wordplay like that, Disney can stay open, even though they have three employees that we know of that are involved. So shouldn't Disney be closed down until we figure this out? Because if you got three people from three different departments, that's a janitor, electrician, and a security guard. I would think it's more than that involved. I would think that it be a lot more stuff going on with Disney. We need to get into it. But it looks like they're covering up Disney because they said they had Disney employees that were involved. Think about it. Who's paying? Somebody's paying for this stuff. And you got to have some big bank because today's raid said that millions of dollars were involved. So you already know they spending big money. So these companies, because they're think about how pricey Disney is. You thinking it's that high because of the services they're providing, not knowing this because shoot, they got to pay when they steal your child or your husband or wife or brother or sister or uncle, cousin, whatever it is. They steal your family member or friend. They got to pay some top. Somebody done paid a lot of money to get these people. 5, 6. So, yeah, a lot of money is being spent because they're paying for travel fees, for hotel fees, to have send these people to all these different places. So they're making them like high priced prostitutes and sending them all these places. Probably got them all, they probably buy them outfits and stuff. Like the girl, I'm I don't know if you guys heard about the girl. Her name was Deanna or Tiana or something. She was interviewed on someone's channel on YouTube, and I think she was like an artist. And she was pregnant in the interview, and she was saying she had this little, very revealing outfit on, but you know, whatever. But she was saying how she met this prince, this Egyptian prince, and he told her that he could help her get in the music business. And he told her, so she was just staying with him, she was partying with him, and then he told her he was going to take her to meet Diddy, and then she went to Diddy house, and she said it seemed like she was a product, and it was like for like they were pretty much like selling her, but not telling her. So it's all this is now making sense how they got people and took them up under their wings and stuff and made them feel like, oh, we just hanging out, not knowing that no, baby, you're not hanging out. Y'all not just hanging out. You're not just going to a party. You have been sold. Okay? You have been sold. You are now property of such and such. Now you can't leave without their permission. And then they keep them all medicated. So now you're getting them, addicted to a substance that's going to make them conform to anything you say. Now you have control and power over them. And now they're your little worker. They're going to do whatever you say because they need that money. They're still thinking in their mind, not so sober mind, that, I still have a chance to be a model or whatever. No, baby, no, you don't. No, you don't. That's not even what you're there for. It ain't about your work ethic. It's about those sneaky people who have these perverted minds and you don't even know you're being used. And you know what? That's how they do employees on a job. They get you in, they tell you about the benefits, and they give you this little BS little um, pay rate. And then you're thinking, oh, I'm important, they care about me. And after you work there a month or two and you realize they don't care nothing about me, okay? If you got an emergency, they harassing you. Why you got to stay out? You can't get no one else to watch your child, or you can't do this and that. Like, they don't even want you to take a mental health day. For us females, we have cycles. I feel like every job should allow any real females that receive a monthly cycle. I feel like we should get at least 3 days off per month to deal with that. Because if you're a female, you already know I ain't even got to speak and talk about that in great detail. But we know how that's a lot of work all by itself trying to handle that. Then you got to walk back and forth to a desk or whatever. And, it's just a lot. It is a lot being a female, especially being a young girl and having to deal with that in school and all. But anyway, I just kind of got all the way off topic with that. But back to employers and how they use employees the same way. They pimp you out just the same. They do the same thing. It's on a whole lower level. But if you think about it, a lot of jobs end up turning into like these whole, like if you work in a call center, and a lot of the work I've done in my adult years have been like in some type of call center because I sell. So I sell insurance now. But back then I was, doing medical authorization and coding and stuff like that, billing also. So working in those type of settings, everybody just want to be with everybody sexually. It's like that's the only thing on their mind. Like in those call center settings, and if you worked in a call center before, you know what I'm talking about. But it end up just being a whole place that you can just like, find somebody to hook up with, like a hookup spot. Yeah, those call centers are that. So I do know how the jobs, the regular employees, they use us just the same. Just the same way. They pimp us out. They lie to us about all the possibilities. And then, once they get you in, you can't do much or nothing. You're under their control and you need that paycheck. So you got to come to work and you got to do your job and you got to just, be quiet. But, yeah. It does, and it doesn't pay a lot. So a lot of places it doesn't even pay enough for all that. Definitely should be paying more. That's why I had to switch out my profession and get into insurance sales because and I like having the being able to work for myself and all and have a flexible schedule and not being micromanaged because that sucks. But anyway, so think about these employees that Abercrombie and Fitch had. So, they up here hiring these people to do these acts and be workers. And I wonder what type of salaries they were getting paid to do that, you know. And then they're on rugs, so they're providing them with the rugs, so they probably wasn't paying them anything. Think about how people treat addicts. We give them the less. We give them less. We give them as little as possible, or if we give them anything at all. So, I know people, I have people in my family that are on rugs and I see how they act, how they live their life. So when Cassie first came out with her case and she mentioned in there how, she had to deal with the addiction, I was just like feeling for her because I've seen it. I've seen it happen to a loved one and how they just get caught up on these rugs and they just consume them and take them over and they don't care about nothing else but that. And the whole time I was thinking like she has these daughters and I bet you it's days where she probably still go back and probably still use them because it's hard for a lot of people to overcome those addictions. So when they get people on those types of medications to, dress it up, it could really damage their self-esteem, their life, so this is serious stuff here. It's serious business when you talking about this. You have to think about these are actually humans that once you get caught on those substances, they're just going to be stuck there. I will be, yes, because I realized I could just get my little commentary in because, I have no one to really talk about this stuff with. So if I talk about it with the people on YouTube here, then I have an audience. We can talk together. But yeah, so I'll try to find time in between of working to do my lives and post stuff. You can call me Sunshine Queen, but Katrina Hall. I'm an insurance agent. I sell life insurance in the state of South Carolina and Texas. And I also do, well, I used to do tarot readings and stuff, but I don't do that anymore pretty much because so not witchcraft or anything, not rituals, nothing like that, just the reading of cards. Like you could do that with a deck of cards. But it's pretty much what you already know. And I'm such a people person that I don't even need to pull out my cards for someone and give them a reading. I could pretty much tell them. And really, if you evaluate yourself, you could tell yourself, or figure out for yourself whatever it is you need to know about yourself. So you don't really need to use like cards, reading of cards or anything to do that. Thank you. I appreciate it, Wolf. Ace Wolf Peach. But yeah, this is some serious stuff right here. And I see a lot of companies are going down. And I did hear some people say that, Diddy is snitching. But I don't think he's snitching. I think they probably found his this information in like his documents or whatever, because think about it, he probably have like a Rolodex or something with all these names, because that's how they getting paid, that's how they're moving money around. So I'm wondering if Diddy was selling the baby oil, which we know now wasn't baby oil. It actually has a substance in there that's like a date grape substance in there that causes people to, be unconscious pretty much and forget what's going on. So I'm thinking those workers probably was using those things to get people in a state where they can be videotape, because that whole videotaping thing is still doesn't make sense to me. That's still weird. Like, why would you need to videotape people while they're under this influence of these substances? Like, if, because I'm thinking if it's for blackmail, you would only need to do it once. But Diddy was having these parties all the time. So why would he need all this video recording if he already got 10, 12 videos of this certain person over here? So why would he need to do that? So why would he need to keep video recording them? That doesn't make sense, but I guess that's probably going to come out pretty soon. Yeah. But what else did I want to mention? So the FBI said they're wanting people to come to contact them if they have any evidence or if they are a victim of Abercrombie and Fitch. So they said their number where they can be contacted is 1-800-CALL-FBI. Definitely do that. And also, they have a website as well. The website is tips.fbi.gov. So you can contact them there if you have any information. This is definitely some serious stuff here, and you already know how the Diddy case is going. So you already know a lot more men are probably going to speak out. But right now they have 15 victims that they are using to help with this case. This was all between the time of 2008 and 2015. They had them signing NDAs, and they were telling them that they were going to advance their career, or they could advance their career, but actually they were using them as prostitutions. They were as prostitutes. And let's see here. So this is just crazy here. So they said they were forcing these victims, using fraud and coercion, moving them from state to different countries and all. And I'm thinking all these companies and stuff, they probably all work together like a whole community, with the Epstein case and then the P. Diddy, because they're all doing like the same thing. And the mayor, Eric Adams, him. It's just a lot going on here. And these names, I'm thinking they're all connected because I don't know if you guys know, but Tony Busby from Houston, Texas, he was saying about his case, his victims, that a lot of companies have settled quietly so their names wouldn't come out in the public. So I'm wondering if this was one of those companies that said, I'm not settling. And now here we go. We done found out. It's like, oh, you ain't settling? We're going to give your information to the FBI and let you handle that with them. So I wonder if that's what happened here. But I'm glad it has come out because, we need to put a stop to this because I knew it wasn't just Diddy going through this or doing all this stuff. I knew it had to be bigger than him because he's the black man. And I don't care what you say, even though, they said he had billions, but he didn't actually have billions in his bank account. He had like, he was like part owner of this, part owner of that. But as you tell, as we all know, that can be taken away and then you're gonna be back down, you know. I ain't gonna say as far as where I'm at, but shoot, he about there because it's rumored that he's spending like 300,000 a week for his attorneys. Diddy, that is. Now, if he paying 300,000 a week for his attorneys and they don't get him out of jail, well, what can he do? He need them either way. So he's effed. Okay. At this point, it's just, dude, like, yeah, that's crazy. That's real crazy. Even though I'm not on Diddy, that's ridiculous. And I'm thinking because his team are preparing to do another bail hearing, but he has the right to appeal, I believe, like 3 times. So with him going, did it just stop on me? Okay, it's back. It's back. It's back. Okay, I'm not sure why it went out just now. Probably because a call came in, but yeah, this is huge. This is real big because the other sex trafficking, I keep saying it. Oh my goodness, whatever. So the other ring they found last week, I was trying to figure out. They wouldn't name. They named. Did they name them? I think they named the number of people, or they said the number of people that were involved, but they said that there were Disney employees involved. And I really feel like Disney was involved, but they're not doing that. So that made me feel like y'all working with Disney. Y'all trying to cover up something for Disney because how their employees were involved using the Disney location, but we're not going to name Disney. We're just going to say a couple of employees that work for Disney were involved. But if they're using Disney to do all this stuff, then they were very much involved. Right. But it's good that they are taking these people down because we don't need these people, think about it. They're probably kidnapping people. They're probably holding people hostage. We don't know what they have going on with these people. Yeah, I did. I did because a call came in. My video stopped because a call came in. But I'm back now. I'm back. I think I'm back. Am I back? Can you hear me right now? Can you see me? Because my screen is. Oh, yeah. All right. So I think I'm back, but my video just haven't caught up. But yeah, this is crazy. Um, right. And then you got your children thinking, oh, I want to go to Disney. I want to go to Disney. And then you go to Disney and you got to worry about the Disney employees grabbing your children up. And I was told a long time ago, oh, you can't see? I don't know why it didn't switch back. I don't know what's going on with the live, with the video. The video just stopped. Mm, I'm not sure. Hopefully it'll switch back on. If not, I have to go back out and come back in. But hopefully it'll switch back on. But yeah, think about how long they've been doing this, because I remember hearing probably about 10 years ago that it was like rumored that Disney was trafficking or recording children, and a lot of children were coming up missing, but Disney doesn't talk about it, or the media doesn't tell how many people get come up missing at Disney. Right. Everybody children loves Disney. You know, that was my era right there. That's all we had really was Disney, the Disney characters. Um had the Disney characters and Nickelodeon when I was growing up. Hell, when I was growing up, I remember the TV used to go off at 12 p.m. I'm at 12 a.m. and they would sing the national anthem, and then the TV would go out. So, you know, but Disney is still big. Right. Goofy up there putting people in them and them costumes. You know how big those costumes is? They can stuff a person. They can actually stuff a person in that costume and just take off, and you be looking around for your loved one and don't even know that Goofy done grabbed them up and took them in the back for the electrician to get. So it's the real thing. This is serious. This is not a game. But I noticed a lot of people are not talking about the raid from last week, but I know they're going to be talking about this one because Abercrombie and Fitch, they're big. I remember going to them to get jeans and even like the cologne and perfume and stuff. Right. That's crazy though. That's real big, real big. So what I'm gonna do, since my video hasn't come back up, I'm gonna take a break here, make a couple calls because I am supposed to be working, so I need to get my work in. But yeah, so I'm gonna just come back and do another live and probably talk about this some more because I'm just so shocked. I'm so shocked, and I'm excited at the same time because I'm glad they're finally taking down these people who are, forcing these people to do things against their will. And I feel like, what Jaguar said, Jaguar Wright, she says, oh yeah, yep. So you already know he done had to be passed around. Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, I remember him doing all that. I forgot about Calvin Klein with the underwear models and stuff. They had to be passed around. That's just sad though. It's sad because I feel like I'm thinking about my younger mind. I used to want to be on the Nickelodeon and stuff when I was a kid. I used to want to be on those shows and stuff and be an actress and stuff. And what if my life did take me that way? Then I would probably be a victim, being passed around, being drugged and, you know, reviews, but you know what I'm trying to say. But so it's just sad that those people just want to they just want to use their talent. They just want to be pretty, show their beauty, be a fashion model, not be abused, not be, sold like property, male and females, okay? Like everyone. And we don't talk enough about how males are being used around here. That's what I'm gonna just say, how males are being used, but it's a big thing. It happens, and it's crazy that it happens to anyone, but especially a guy. And I remember keeping my children close, because I wouldn't let my children do sleepovers, because I heard stories about how people be abused and stuff. So, I kept a close, tight grip on my children. I wouldn't let them do sleepovers until they were in high school. And then by the time high school came, like my son, he never did any sleepovers, but unless it was like at my mom's house. And but my daughter, she did a couple, but it was high school, so I felt safe. But yeah, we got to watch our children out here, And that Corey Feldman guy, he came out and was talking about, yeah, he's been saying this all this time, and they hadn't locked these people up. But hopefully, they'll lock these people up and put them where they need to be, and they'll get a handle on this. And I'm thinking, if they get a handle on this part right here, where they're using and, you know, abusing people, then hopefully, I guess they'll get a handle on the rugs that are being distributed to the people here, because that's like a real big thing that's just tearing our people up. You know, it really is. But right, yeah, that other one, yeah, because there's two of them, and one of them did. So they say he took himself out. Now that could be I don't know. When I even hear somebody took their self out or deleted themselves, that make me wonder, like, that probably ain't even happened. See, that's what I be thinking. Like, they trying to play us right now. So I don't know. That may have not even happened like that. They could have took him out and just told us something. But I'm glad the truth is being revealed. Didn't Cat Williams say this was going to be a very informative year here? He said a lot of stuff was going to come out, and he has not lied. But I still want to see them Diddy tapes. Okay, I still want to see who was on them tapes. That's what I'm waiting for. Forget these names and all. I'm glad they said them. But yeah, I want to see them tapes. I want to see, because I'm nosy. Yeah, I want to see. Y'all told us we were going to see. I want to see the proof. But you guys, I will be returning in probably about an hour or two, and we could pick this up at a later time. I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.